need Velcro.
Yeah. Should have brought the thing that Bill made for me. It has a little square. It has a like a mouse pad underneath it.
Okay.
So that wouldn't go over.
Yeah.
I didn't think about bringing it.
Yeah.
Oh.
Did I tell you that my grandson came up a couple of weeks ago and worked on getting my computer, my computer hooked into my printer? Do you remember quite a while ago, I got into one of those scams? They think that at that time, whoever this was able to get into my laptop and has frozen everything. And I never use the laptop unless I'm going to print something.
Okay.
Well, my laptop is useless now.
Yeah.
So he called me and asked me, he said, I didn't ask you. He said, do you want me to start looking for you a new laptop, or do you want me to take yours and see what I can do with it? He said, I don't think I can do anything with it. He said, it's too frozen. And I said, I don't use it unless I'm going to print. So they had set it up so that it goes through my iPad.
Okay.
I have to do a lot of stuff. It isn't just simple, but at least I can print now. That is the new library they made. Very nice.
Oh well.
And this is the oldest cemetery in Medina.
Hey, it's actually charging. It's up to 2%.
Oh, good. Very good.
Yep.
I'm trying to get into being able to, let's see, this one first. Get into the habit of taking my phone with me. And Jay asked me yesterday when I was having problems. He said, "Well, where's your watch?" And I said, "It's in there on charge." And he said, "Well, you know, you can follow your heartbeat on that." And I I said, "I don't know how." So she showed me. And he was standing over her shoulder doing it too. They actually created, Medina County created a go-around so that these trucks did not come through the square. And then all of the people that lived around that new road said, "We don't want the trucks in our backyard." So they made it where trucks aren't allowed. Now where are the trucks?
Yeah.
And I don't know if you heard on the news where the little boy got hit last week here.
I think so.
She was making that turn right there, and he was walking across. I knew exactly where it was. I knew exactly. And this used to be a society bank.
Okay.
And they made that with public restrooms. which they needed.
Right.
And have you ever been to the concert? I think I told you. They
You
had a
told me
concert.
about it, yeah.
Yeah. Great place.
Mm.
I think the man that was doing it has retired. Not sure about that. But he dressed like John Philip Sousa. And that's what they played mostly, was John Philip Sousa. Cups Cafe, that's what this is.
Okay.
Doesn't look like there's any lights on
It
it.
doesn't look like it.
They do this to feed kids that are coming home, and it's always on Mondays.
Okay.
But I don't think they're there.
No.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. It used to be just a regular little restaurant. And those people got rid of it, and that's what happened. And this used to be a National City Bank. I'm just telling you all about it.
Yeah.
And this is Liberty Baptist Fellowship. And my friends used to go there. They only went there for a while and they left. There was an announcer on WCRF, which is what I've got on Moody Bible. And very much Christian, very much. And his ex-son-in-law started this church. And he invited, from the pulpit, everybody to come to his wedding, to his future wife. Now, he had divorced the man who was there and divorced his daughter. I love this building and this building. Beautiful.
Yeah.
And this short building here is what was the original library.
Okay.
Called Sylvester.
Wow.
And they built all of this. They took out some houses and they put it on some kind of a site that these houses were going to be demolished and that they could be, moved. And there was a very rich man that wanted one of them, the one that was in the best shape.
Yeah.
It was a real Victorian, like this one.
Yeah.
There was 3 of them like that. And he took one of them, and they actually just sawed it, labeled it, and he moved it to California.
Wow.
Up on a bluff that overlooks the ocean. Now, to have that kind of land, to begin with, he had to have been rich.
Yeah.
To have taken this home apart and have it trucked out to California and then reassembled, he had to have been rich.
Yeah.
He had to have been.
Wow.
Edina County and
Mm-hmm.
showed the bluff that it would be sitting on.
Wow.
Way up high, way up, overlooking the ocean, and it was a beautiful. And this, all of this property
Mm-hmm.
has been put into, I wanted to say a land bank, whatever it is, this property cannot be built on.
Mm-hmm.
That house has to be reserved, preserved.
Yeah.
And all of that land has to stay there.
Mm-hmm.
It's not land bank, it's something else. They can't build on it.
Yeah, I
that.
know what you mean. Kind of a trust or something like that.
Some kind, that's what I was thinking again.
Yeah.
I took a college course in trusts.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm thinking, maybe that's a trust. That would have been an irrevocable trust. That's how I got hooked into my brother's irrevocable trust.
Mm-hmm.
When he made his will out, I couldn't have cared less what he did with his money.
Mm-hmm.
That was his business. He had no children. I was his only living relative at that time.
Mm-hmm.
His wife had died. And he made out a will, and he had this big glass, cut glass, put in at their church.
Mm-hmm.
He put in there exactly what he wanted. Then he covered it by saying, if there's anything I have missed, it will be discussed.
Uh-huh.
Well, what he missed was he had oil reserves down in the southern part of Oklahoma, where my dad and my mother were born, where he was born, where my grandfather was sheriff of the county.
Mm-hmm.
He had all these oil reserves.
Mm-hmm.
And the state of Oklahoma, which I wasn't going to touch it. I wasn't answering their emails. I wasn't answering letters. I didn't want anything to do with it. And the state of Oklahoma, the something commission, decided that I was the only living relative and that it would go to me. I know nothing about that stuff.
Uh-huh.
And I had all these companies contacting me because they wanted these oil reserves. And I didn't know anything about what to do with it. I didn't know how to answer them. So Eric was wanting nothing to do with it either.
Right.
He was saying, that's your stuff. I don't want to know. So I finally got him involved, and he said, well, I would think we would go with this one. I said, okay. And I signed something, and they sent me some money. It was like $1,500 or $1,200. And I have no idea whether I own that property or not. I have no idea if it's rented out, leased out. I have no idea.
Huh.
Of course, Derek thought that we were going to be big time, all, you know, people.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I don't want it. I don't want it. That sounded like problems to me.
Yeah.
So I don't know if I was supposed to have claimed that on taxes.
I don't know.
I haven't heard from them in 6, 7, 8 years. Now last year I did get a couple of oil businesses that contacted me, but I didn't talk to her. He could have left me $1.50 and I would have been happier.
Yeah.
That's what I told Eric. I said, why couldn't he have just left me a penny bank or something?
Yeah.
My brother was mean. He was mean to the core. That he fell in love with his wife, and I want to tell you, he loved her. I came up here one time after I'd been to the doctor, and I got something, and it was very good. Do you want to eat in the car, or? Nah, it's not very many places to park for me. Is it okay if we eat in the car?
Sure.
Mister, I want you to go through first, because I'm going to sit and look.